Why hello there YouTube. It's been a while. Hi. Lots have happened. Lots of things have changed. Lots of things happening. Yeah, that's my helmet. Yeah, how's it going everybody? I hope everyone had a good 4th of July. Yeah, a lot of stuff has happened in the past. I think it's been a year since I've talked to you guys. I got a puppy, I got a tattoo. Don't know if you guys knew that. Yeah, I got a tattoo. There we go. Let's see. There you go. Ta-da! Figured out what it is yet? Figured out what it is yet? My camera will focus. Yeah, but everything is great. Still in the keys. We're probably moving out soon. But yeah, the topic of this video. I passed my MSF class. I know, I rode a motorcycle. Are you crazy? Oh my god, Christian, you bought a motorcycle? But yeah, obviously the topic of this video is MSF course and the basic riding course, which is the exact same thing I just said. Just, I guess people don't know what MSF is until you actually know the classes, but most basic riding course or endorsement class, that's the word, yeah. But yeah, I got it around 3 weeks ago. There's a booklet they give you. Sorry, the further reflection, there we go. Yeah, this is the same booklet they give you, there's my name. Same booklet they give you everywhere, like throughout the entire country. I don't know. I don't think it's changed in forever. Oh, okay. January 2020. Never mind. Yeah, but a lot of you are probably wondering why I bought a motorcycle, or if you even knew I was into motorcycles or anything like that. I found a video. Oh, it's so cringy. I found a video of 14, 15-year-old me talking about dirt bikes and motorcycles, and I think I said I wanted a motocross bike.
I want a motorcycle. I want a bike. Something like that. And my mom was like, no, it's not safe. You're gonna hurt yourself. And I was like, I can be careful. I'm not gonna drive off into the sunset. That's even worse. I'm gonna wear an awesome helmet and everything. I was looking last night and there's like Master Chief helmets and Iron Man helmets. That's cool. I already knew that Iron Man helmets, but Master Chief helmets, they basically look like motocross helmets. And that's something I wanted to do too. I want to do motocross.
Because I'm actually starting to get into motocross. Trying to get my foot in the door. Ta-da! Ta-da! It's backwards, but ta-da! Well, it's backwards for you, not on the jersey. Oh, that would be terrible. Yeah. But obviously I have a motocross helmet and everything. I even have the Bluetooth setup and everything. I have a mic in here and speakers and listening to music while riding. But I also have earplugs, which is very important. Because the wind can actually damage your hearing. So earplugs are important. And a lot of you are probably wondering, oh, why do you can't wear earplugs on the road? Are you crazy? It was like, actually, these lower the sound of the wind so you can hear everything around you. I know it's kind of reverse psychology, if that makes sense. It works, I don't care. But yeah, these, because speeds over, I think 45, 50, 60 miles an hour can damage your hearing over time. Especially people who don't wear helmets. I know I don't know why, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Whatever. And especially people with open face helmets, like just with the hard hats, construction, I don't know. So yeah, back to MSF course. There was about 10, 11 people in my class. We all passed. We had 2 people kind of quit on us. One reason, well, first of all, it was 90 degrees outside. It was a guy, middle-aged guy. He had a pacemaker, and I guess he couldn't take the heat. He just didn't want to risk it. That's what he was saying a lot. So after like the first hour riding around on the, what's this place called? The range. The range. That's what they call it. The range. He had the pacemaker, and he didn't want to risk it. So he just, I don't know. He didn't even need a refund. He just, bye. Okay. And then there was another guy who just didn't show up the next day because it was a 2-day class, Saturday and Sunday. But yeah, he just didn't show. He passed the written exam, but he just didn't show for the actual test day. So I don't know. I didn't really hear what happened to him. I think he just got cold feet. I don't know. I know some people aren't ready. That's what they were telling us. Some people aren't ready. Like it's okay if you fail the first time. You just come back and do it again. So you don't know you're ready until you know you're ready. If that makes sense. Apparently 10% of people don't pass the class because they're not ready. They think they're not ready. Either not being able to do the exercises or the written exam. I think that, well, the written exam is like 25 multiple choice questions. I'm kind of skipping around, so sorry. But yeah, like I said, it was a 2-day class. It was about $359 plus tax. That was a fee. So I went up to Miami because remember I live in the Keys. So I'm from Homestead, and a lot of you know this. But I went to the Miami-Dade North Campus College. And then they had it there in a little classroom for us and all that and everything. Oh, here we go. I found the schedule. So day 1, 8:30 classroom, 12:30 writing range. Told you it was range. And then 5:30 is when we ended around, usually. And then the second day was basically the same thing. End at 5:30. The second day it did start raining on us. So when we took the actual tests, we had to do it in the rain. And we only had one person fall. Well, she kind of lost her balance. And to be fair, it was stormy and rainy for about 10 minutes. And the whole range was puddled and stuff like that. So it was pretty difficult. And it wasn't fun for... He told us we wouldn't lose points if we skid during the emergency braking part of the actual test. Because it was obviously raining for us. So I guess that was thumbs up. But yeah, the list of items we needed to bring was a DOT approved helmet, one right there. Eye protection. I was gonna wear my goggles, but I don't know. My boyfriend was kind of sketchy. He's like, oh, that's kind of illegal. Whatever. It wasn't, but other people had it. Whatever. But I just wore sunglasses. It was fine. I also wanted my face to be able to breathe because it was 90 degrees outside, so I didn't want to have the visor and not the visor, the helmet and stuff like that. The goggles. That's the word I'm looking for. So we need to wear a long sleeve shirt and then long pants. I just wear jeans. Blue jeans is fine. Full fingered gloves. These were the gloves that came with my helmet because it came like in a little kit. These are like cheapo Chinese brand gloves. They're pretty decent. They're okay. Touch sensitive. They have the little things for whatever. But I ditched these for Fox motocross gloves, which I'm obviously getting into. So, and these are a lot more comfortable and breathable and amazing. It doesn't even feel like I'm wearing anything with these. And over the ankle boots, which I just took my cosplay boots. My Star Trek cosplay boots. I just took these. I love these. These are very comfortable. I obviously broke them in Las Vegas, walking around all the time. So these were awesome. And then we obviously couldn't wear Converse and stuff like that. There's even a picture here, if it shows. Yeah, whatever. But yeah. And then they did tell us to dress for the rain. Luckily, I just brought a change of clothes and I bought a jacket, a light jacket, which actually broke. The zipper just, like I said, it did start raining on us and stuff like that. And I guess we needed to learn riding in the rain and practice, so whatever. Yeah, on the first day in the class, we just went over the booklet and we went through, we did like 7 sections the first day, and then the rest, yeah, he wanted us to highlight, and he had us like highlight what's important. He didn't want like one person reading and then the next person just reading and reading, so he put us into groups. And like, so after we read it by ourselves, we had to like discuss the juicy facts of what's in the book, and like kind of like a book report is what he said actually, and like just one person from each group just read off the list, like the more memorable stuff that you can remember, like the basic knowledge, because it is basic writing course. Told us about Fine C, the friction zone, locking the forks, Shifting, which I needed to practice on a lot. The written test was about 25 multiple choice questions, which he told us if we got 5 wrong, we would fail the test. I got really, really friggin' lucky because I got 4 wrong. I got 4 wrong, and when he said, "Congratulations, everybody passed," I was like, "Woo!" Because you can hear everyone's heart racing. Whatever. I don't even remember the questions. I think because he said we couldn't have our phones out and stuff like that because they were required by the state. It's a test required by the state. I don't know. I don't remember more of the written test. I remember more of the actual tests that we did. He taught us speedometer, odometer, the clutch, front brake, rear brake. Brain fart. I'm sorry. And then the shifter and all the basic stuff like that. And he told us it's very similar to riding a bicycle. I grew up riding mountain bikes, so I was like, okay, I can do this. It's pretty easy. And then, I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually bought a motorcycle before I took the MSF course. I bought a Hawk 250. It's an Enduro. 2021, it's brand new. It had, I think, like 4 miles on it. I'll get more into the Hawk later. So when we got to the riding range, they had about 10, 11 bikes. So I tried to find the tallest bike I could find, and the one I chose was a Suzuki CX250. I think I'm saying that right. And they had a lot of smaller bikes and bigger bikes. 250s, luckily, is what was the bike I bought, so it was easier for me to learn on it. But I know that because that was a street bike. I have an Enduro, a dirt bike. And here's pictures of me on the bike and stuff like that. He had us, before we even could start the bike, we just practiced balancing the bike and stuff like that, and the friction zone and clutch, which is obviously very important. So the first day was just getting comfortable in the friction zone and accelerating and decelerating. The second day was like braking and stuff like that, but the first day he taught us about locking the forks, just locking the bike so it doesn't roll. Okay, so the second day when we actually took the actual tests, he let us practice a lot of the exercises that were on the actual tests multiple times. Like I think we practiced it like 20 times. So I think the figure 8, the weaving between cones, which I did not do well at. I actually did pretty well in the figure 8 than I thought I was gonna do. I know I watched so many videos and a lot of helpful videos out there on how to anticipate what you're gonna do. So I know they said, don't look at the bike, look at where you're gonna go, and the bike will go there. Because if you look down, you won't know. You'll hesitate what to do. I can't remember how that goes, but that's something like it. That was my problem a lot. The instructor told me I needed to practice keeping my head up, keeping my legs tucked on the bike. If that makes sense, like keep your legs like locked into the bike. I had my legs like that. And then obviously turning my head, which I needed to practice a lot on. Shifting was one of my biggest problems. I know a lot of people were saying just stay in first gear. So it did deal a long time. So when it came time to actually shift, I was like, oh, this is a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. So because I stalled out a lot more than anyone else. I think everyone stalled out at least 3-4 times. I stalled 15 times, maybe 10 times, but I obviously couldn't find my friction zone. But yeah, it was embarrassing. He let us practice all the tests and stuff like that, so it was super helpful. It was amazing. So I know the cones, emergency braking, the figure 8, I think swerving. I actually had fun doing the swerve, so that was, I don't know. And then we had to practice, an obstacle. He threw wood at us. Not actual. He just put an obstacle in the middle of the path, and we had to. I know he said use our legs as shock absorbers, so we did that, like standing up on the bike, you obviously do in motocross as well, and on mountain bikes. But I know he had us practice lane positioning and stuff like that, and turn signals, and turning your head to check your blind spots. Yep, so that was pretty much it. So on Sunday, the second day, when we came time to do the actual test, so like I said, it started raining like 10-20 minutes. We had to pause because it was starting to thunder on us, so we had to take, I think, like a 30-40 minute pause, so we were already behind. And so I know we had to skip, I can't remember if we skipped a few exercises. No, I don't think we're allowed to skip any exercises, but I know we probably skipped practice time. That's what we skipped. So I think after that, we jumped right into the test, is what they were saying. And so I had to go last. I was the last in line. Oh my lord. I was like, I don't want to go first, but I was like, going last. Okay, this can't be bad. Whatever. So I was so glad I didn't go first. Going last, man, it's embarrassing. Like, all eyes are on you, literally. Like, everyone's like, all right, just waiting for him to be done. But yeah, the first was the cones, which I knew I was gonna. I had it down when we were practicing, but when it came time for the actual test, obviously, all right, guys, this is a real test. Your heart rate is through the roof because you know it's the actual test. I don't know why, just my heart was pounding the entire time, and I know he told me I lost points because I apparently put a foot down. I don't remember putting a foot down, but maybe in my head I just. Muscle memory, that's the word they use a lot, but maybe I didn't, I don't remember. Cones that I needed to work on, he said, and I think he said emergency braking, but I can't remember. Oh, I know why. You're so used to using the front brake on a mountain bike, well, because they're both brakes, but the rear brake, you forget it's there sometimes, so I know he said to practice using the rear brake first and then use the front brake, so I'm obviously better at that now, but that was my problem too, and I think keeping my balance when I stop, because I think he said keep your left foot, put your left foot down, not your right foot. I'm right-handed, obviously, so I accidentally put my right foot down. And he's like, no, you're supposed to put your left foot down. I was like, okay. I was like, I gotta keep that in mind. I guess shifter's right there. Whatever. He said if we get more than 20 points, we fail. Each exercise had, I think 5 points or something like that. The maximum you can get five points. And then he told us if we stall more than 3 times, we lose points. I can't remember if he said we lose points or we automatically fail. I think he just said lose points, but in my head, I was like, I think it's just automatic fail. And then at literally the last exercise, I stalled twice, and I was so afraid I was gonna stall another time. I was like, oh my god, I'm right here, and if I stall one more time, like I said, I felt rushed, kind of, even though I was the last one. I felt, even though I technically had all the time in the world, I just felt a little rushed being last, and all eyes were on me, which, whatever. But that was kind of my problem getting started. Stopping, I was fine because you just pull in the clutch, brake, that's it. Just starting was my problem, finding the friction zone and stuff like that. Because I know it's revving a little bit, enough for the clutch to catch, and then you slowly let out the clutch, and then you add more throttle, not just. That was me finding it the entire 2 days, but yeah, I eventually got it. Just, I can't believe I almost stalled 3 times just right there, literally 10 seconds from the test being over. I felt so embarrassed, but I was like, oh my god, everyone's gonna pass. I probably fail. I probably lost so many points. I was like, stay calm. You got this. Just finish the rest of the test. It's okay. Like I said, we all passed. I had a lot of fun. These were amazing people I met. There was a few motocross dudes that were in my class, so I got to know them a little more. And like, I'm a beginner. I'm trying to get into the sport. I was like, oh, this is perfect. Yeah. And then there was other people like who would ride scooters and stuff like that all the time, and I had an amazing time. I met so many amazing people. The class is just, the instructor would crack jokes and stuff like that, and it was a really nice experience. And it's like a different perspective from going from cars to bikes. I didn't even know it was like this, but I don't know. I've met so many amazing people and heard so many stories so far, even though I've been riding the bike for almost a week and a half. Can't say much, but I don't know. It's nice hearing other people's stories and how they got into stuff like that. But yeah. And I tell people I'm trying to get into motocross and stuff like that. You're the perfect age. You're good looking, is what the DMV lady said to me when I got my endorsement stamped on my license. I was like, is she coming on to me? Yeah, that's pretty much it with the MSF course. Now I'm going to talk about my Hawk 250 that I bought. It's green. It's an Amazon dirt bike that you bought off Amazon. I know. But I've heard so many amazing things from this bike, the 250. It's an awesome beginner bike. So that it was kind of screaming my name. I've been carless for about 6, 7, 8 months since October. I know a lot of people saying this is a good commuter bike and stuff like that. So this bike was just like, buy me, screaming my name and stuff like that. So it kind of just spoke to me. I felt like it was kind of, I don't know, everything just kind of fell into place, you know. I love it. I've had so much fun with it so far because it's actually a Chinese bike. I actually busted a fuel line the other day heading to work. Had to do the walk of shame, but luckily a guy in F-250 picked me up and dropped me back here, and I was like, oh, thank you, dude. He's like, it's all happened to us before. And yeah, luckily this bike isn't too heavy. Like I said, it's a dirt bike. At the point I'm recording this video, I haven't dropped the bike yet. But there has been some close calls, but knock on wood. Like I said, I haven't dropped it yet, but I know it's part of the learning experience. It's gonna happen one day. You're gonna drop the bike. That's just part of learning to ride. She is a beast. This bike is tall. It sits very tall, which is perfect for me because, like, I remember I'm 6'2". My boyfriend is 6 foot. He got on this bike, and I see him kind of waddling. I don't think he put his feet down, like fully down. I think he tiptoes a little bit, even though I'm only 2 inches taller than him. I don't know. After replacing that carburetor, it idles so much better. With the junk Chinese one, it was shaking so much. It was idling so much. So when I got up to 45, 50, 45, it was shaking so much. The bolts, the nuts came loose from the exhaust, and my exhaust just fell off on the side of the road, and I didn't even notice until I came back because I wasn't getting on the 7-mile bridge going at 45 miles an hour. So I'm trying to slowly build up the speed on the Hawk. When I was putting in the new carburetor, I had it too close to the frame. It sits on the frame really closely, but I had it tilted on the fuel line, so the fuel line is already pinching. I guess the vibrations rubbed away the hose, and it just... I was heading to work, and something didn't feel right. I was losing power, and my gas gauge was going like this. So I pulled over and looked down. I was like, it gets up to 55 miles per gallon to 70. I was like, why am I losing gas so much? I'm like, so I looked down, just gas. I was like, oh, there's my gas. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm trying to get into motocross, but I've put on my gear to show you right now. Ta-da! Got the gloves and everything. Yeah, this is my jersey. This is my jersey. 10. What the hell was that? Yeah, that's pretty much it on the MSF course. It's pretty simple. Just obviously listen to directions and stuff like that, and listen to the instructors, and just follow directions. Make sure you're being respectful and stuff like that, because they are there to help you. Just do your best and listen. I'm a visual learner, so they gave us a demo. They showed us like what to do first during practice, not the actual test. So they showed us a demo of how to do this and stuff like that. So that was very helpful, of course, because I'm a visual learner. If you fail on the first time, don't worry about it. You're just not ready. Just practice. If you have a bike already, or if you're planning on buying a bike, just like I did. I bought a bike first, and my boyfriend wasn't too happy with me when I did it. But I took it in the driveway. I didn't use any throttle. I just practiced in the friction zone. I stayed in first gear, and then once I got comfortable riding the friction zone, riding the clutch, I think is what it's called, right? Yeah. In the driveway, I just did little, I guess, donuts. I just did circles, and then I practiced using the throttle and stuff like that. And I had a lot of fun. I had a blast. This course, if you have a bike already and you haven't done MSF and you don't have your endorsement, still take this class. This class was very helpful. And I think it obviously depends on where you go to. I know if you go to a dealership, they have more options for bikes you can choose. And if you go to a college or stuff like that, they just have only certain kind of bikes. So I think Suzuki CX250s, I think 250s are all the colleges, what they have. But I know what I've heard, dealerships, because they're a dealership, they have more options for you to ride. So that's up to you. It's your preference, whatever's closer. If you don't know anything and you want to learn, this class was very, very helpful. So they baby step you all the way. Yeah, before you even turn on the bike, they show you how to waddle. They show you how to turn the handlebars. They walk you through everything. You only know when you're ready, so don't rush yourself into something. If you're not sure of something, just take a step back and see what you're doing wrong. That's kind of what my process is too. Like, just stay in your comfort zone. That's very important also. Don't overthink something. Don't try to pop a wheelie in the class. No, I think you'll automatically fail. Because we were at a college, so there was like a football game going on. So when we were getting in line to do the exercise, these kids, I don't know why they walked through the range next to me. They walked next to me and they were like, "Yo, pop a wheelie!" I was like, "Oh hell no, I don't even know." I don't even think I could if I wanted to. I didn't say it, but I just in my head, and I told and everyone in the class was laughing at me. They're like, "Don't do it." That's pretty much it for this video. I don't have anything pretty much else. I'm gonna try to be more. I want to get back into YouTube. I've bucket list. I'm so sorry. I'm here. Yeah. Hopefully I'll start posting my motocross process soon. Well, I have my enduro bike, so maybe I'll just GoPro some videos for you guys and stuff like that. And I just want to get back into YouTube. I miss it so much. I miss you guys. It's been a lot. We all have been through a lot. So yeah, yeah. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like, subscribe. I will see you guys soon. See you later, guys. Mwah.